Welcome to the show after a weekend of pulsating ITM Cup action, except in Southland, where both teams struggled with their rhythm and form. Taranaki slightly the better of the two. Elsewhere, the big guns continued along their winning way, Canterbury the most impressive. Tasman trounced the Steelers, and the Northland-North Harbour draw was fun to watch, but nothing surpassed the Shield game in terms of atmosphere, intensity and a thrilling finish to boot. A full review of that match tomorrow. In the meantime, let's head to Rugby Park Stadium.
You'd be feeling quite a bit of frustration with that performance and that result, Dave.
Yeah, I am actually. It's again, I think each week we're improving, but again we get into that 22, and we talk about our ball carriers, we work a lot on it, but again, guys are just fundamental areas that are letting us down in regards to our carries into contact and those sorts of things. So another frustrating night at the office.
And those 50-50 moments, the ball squirting out of the scrum, someone dropping the ball in the 22, you're getting punished both times.
Yeah, it is, and we talked off air, but we've had not the rub of the referees in the last few weeks, and to me, these guys got to be accountable for some of their calls because there was a try off that scrum that clearly came out of the tunnel.
I looked at the first half. I didn't see Southland's energy perhaps being at the level that you wanted. The second half they came to life. Is that fair?
Oh, we were under a lot of pressure. I thought in that first half there. I didn't think we got out of our territory too well at times. We were on defence and we had to clear and then put pressure on them, but they were getting gain line down the touch lines because we were some of our defence was a bit lacking down the touch lines.
And we were competitive at breakdowns and set pieces, but we just couldn't get enough good possession for the backs, could we?
No, it's just one of those things. The ball's slippery out there, but there's no excuses for that. We played all rugby in the second half, to be fair. They only got into our 22 twice in the second half, but same thing happens. We get down here and we either get turned over or it's a penalty.
We're lacking a little bit of penetration in the backs. Perhaps a danger man that the opposition are worried about. Vainga's doing a little bit, but perhaps you need some help.
Yeah, it's one of those things. We've just, I guess we're pretty predictable at times. Just with one guy that can get over the gain line. I thought Willis, started to cut some holes again when he came on after half times.
So it's another step it required, isn't it, for Waikato? We just got to find a way to win.
Yeah, it is. It's we'll go back to the drawing board, but there's a lot of guys in there now just looking at themselves in regards to just the wee mistakes, and again, it's that's 3 we've lost in a row, and and against quality opposition, particularly Taranaki and also Tasman. So it's back to the drawing board on Monday, I guess.
And a premiership team, championship team, 1 point between us. Is the gap that big these days?
To be fair, I don't think it is. We saw a result with Tasman beating counties last night, and I think some of the premiership teams are struggling, and the likes of Tasman and so forth are they're pretty good teams.
So still in this competition, we know a slow start can still get you in the semis. It worked last year. You wouldn't want to leave it much later than next week.
No, it's another toughie with Waikato, and they're in the same boat really. They've only won 1 from I think it's 3, and they got a walloping against Canterbury, and so there's 2 desperate teams again. I think it's next Friday night.
Well, Colin, good to get your first win in the bag, but you had to sweat for it.
Oh, we had to work really hard. I think our defensive effort paid off today. So it was a massive improvement from Canterbury first in Wellington. Our set pieces were a big improvement there, and we started to move the ball from left to right and right to left better. We were able to pick up some phases, but same as Southland, they always do. They never give up, and it's always very, very difficult. I think way back when I was a player, it was just the same. It's always been tough to win here, and we're really pleased with the win.
You were dominant on the stats board, territory, possession. Did you feel in charge sitting up in the coach's box?
That was the frustrating thing. We knew we were dominating in those areas, and still Southland were just snapping at our heels the whole game really. We'll just take the points and head on home now. So we've got Auckland coming, so we've got some confidence to come out of this game, particularly our defensive systems. We can take that back and look forward to that.
A couple of players stepped up for you in roles where you've lost players. Tui Fur in midfield had a barnstorming match.
Yeah, well, he's been a journeyman, and he's been around for a while. And I guess when you lose Haywood and Barrett and James Marshall and Fraser Clymer, those type of players, he had to stand up, and he's done that. So we've got some kids around him. So we're going to develop those boys and bring them through. And
Reece Marshall, is he learning this game fast?
Yeah, he's born and bred Naki man, and his dad and I played a lot of rugby together, and he's certainly pleasing for me to see that he's playing so well.
You step up another level next week, don't you? This won't be good enough to beat Auckland.
No, it definitely won't be good enough. I mean, we too many errors, too many mistakes, too many turnovers. So those are the areas that we'll work on. But our set piece, as I said, lineouts and scrums was way better.
I think to get buoyed by this though, having that win, albeit a close one, that confidence that was perhaps missing those first 2 weeks.
Oh, definitely, and that's what we're going to take out of this massively, is the confidence.
Well, Tim, a lot of hard work for a little return in the end.
Yeah, it was a pretty tough game, right? You could say that, but what I think they always sort of score off our mistakes, and I don't know how we're going to cut that out, and just killing us at the moment, really.
You struggled for position today and territory, unlike Southland has so far this season.
Yeah, it felt like a few tackles, but yeah, we just sort of need to hold on to the ball a bit more, and especially in their half. Like the end, we sort of played down their end was quite good, but we just didn't get that penalty towards the end that we're after.
What about the energy levels? It didn't seem to really kick into life for South until sort of midway the second half.
Oh, it was pretty tough out there. I felt it anyway, but no, it wasn't too bad. There was plenty of talk, so. Yeah, I don't know, I can't really put a finger on it. I just know there was those couple of soft tries they got which sort of put us down a wee bit, and we just got to sort of flush that and then get on to the game.
What was the mood at half time, because you were hard on the defence but kept him to only a 5-point lead?
Yeah, all the coaches were pretty happy. Like the set piece was going good, so when the set piece is going good, then you can get the flow on from there. And yeah, just a few work-ons, and the defence, they sort of scored out wide and sort of those sort of ones too. So yeah.
The door was always open for you right to the last minute though, so you kept trying, kept battling away.
No, it was good to see a good crowd out there, and yeah, there were some good chants going on, so it's a shame we couldn't get it, but no, it was good support.
And you're happy with your output today because you've had a bit of bench time the last few months?
Yeah, no, it's good to get a bit more game time, so hopefully getting towards the 18 mark now, but it's just thought I had to pull myself. I was getting a bit buggered, so it's good to see when you've got someone like T-Pole to come on, and he's going unreal at the moment.
You've got to come out firing against Waikato because time is getting you now.
No, it have to be a big game, that one. So we're looking forward to it, and Friday night, so it'll be a good one.
Well, Reece, you've got a nice smile on your face. You've got to be satisfied with the win. Hard for all that it was.
Yeah. Those last couple of minutes had the heart in the mouth. Watching those Southland boys step up to the mark as I knew they would, and our boys really showing a bit of character and pulling through.
How were the set pieces for you today? You look to have parity at least.
Yeah. No, it was a big improvement in line-out time. It was a big focus for us this week, and I think we really stepped up to the plate there a lot more this week. And set piece scrum time, I was pretty happy with that.
And plenty of turnover ball. You punished them when they made mistakes.
Yeah, but we also found our backs against the wall whenever we didn't carry right or didn't present the ball well enough. They were very good over the ball, and we paid for that.
Did you feel in control at any point? Because you always had your noses in front, but not in total charge.
No. In the 81st minute, when the ball got kicked out, we're in charge. But before that, mate, it was a contest, as it always is down here, and it was a huge ups to Southland and how they brought it to us.
And a couple of bizarre tries. You picked one from a loose ball and then they got one straight back.
Yeah, 1 for 1. We talked about that before the game. We'd give each other one easy try. No, but that's the way it goes in footy, and we were good enough to pounce on ours, and they were good enough to pounce on theirs. So.
I know you're just a young guy, but boy, you seem to have a wise head on your shoulders. You played a top game today.
Oh, thank you, mate. It's just getting my core roles right and looking to move forward a bit, and just little areas I have to improve. But thank you very much.
You look very much comfortable at this level now, do you think?
Not quite. It's not good to be comfortable. I enjoy being comfortable. Just try and always improve myself and get better.
Another test, a big test next week with Auckland.
Oh, mate, and I'd say the boys will go back, start from scratch, and we'll come back again and hopefully bring some fun and excitement.
Wellington not only have a game in hand at the top of the premiership, but a clear 6-point lead, so will stay there next week regardless of results. Already the Stooks are battled for the 4th spot only, and to avoid the dreaded relegation. Otago lost both the Shield and their position at the top of the championship, but remain on course for a playoff spot. All teams still in the hunt for semi-final action, but Southland and Manawatu clearly the most at risk. The Stags need a win over Waikato on Friday, and a good one at that.